It's important that you understand, because the Gita stresses continuity of effort. And if you have breaks, and it's very easy to do at that time during this period when you say, oh, I don't want to meditate, I don't get anything out of it anyway. Let me watch television, let me go to a movie, let me go to a party, and all that sort of thing. And so days, weeks, months can go by without practice. And then that is a very dangerous period, because it says if there is a break in practice, the mind returns quickly to the sphere of matter, its habitual resting place, manas, worldly consciousness. And it is at that time when some of the devotees leave the path, they go back, engrossed again, old habits are coming back, lost in delusion. Be aware, keep on practice. And now comes this, what Bhagavad said when he gave the first initiation to Larimasa. He said, when you give initiation, you repeat those majestic words from the Bhagavad Gita. Even a tiny bit of this real religion protects you from great fear, the colossal suffering inherent in the repeated cycles of birth and death. And Master said, herein is a message of encouragement to devotees who have not yet achieved any noticeable progress. Because as long as you keep on going, making a sincere effort, there is progress, there is purification, a lot of it. And it's so subtle that you're not aware of it. You have to have faith. I want to give you just a couple of examples. First of all, when you first get a technique, Hamsa, Om, Kriya, you practice, not much happens. Why? Because of the old habit, the energy goes out, 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 and with that the mind. And with these techniques, gradually you learn to control and the meditation to reverse. So that's a steady progress of where you learn more and more to interiorize the consciousness and energy. And that happens, that works, and that tell you an experience I had. Experience, not a personal experience, but I saw. It was in the early 60s when our beloved president, Shridhar Mataji, gave a Kriya initiation in Chapel and Mother Center. There were about 100 people that were initiated, and some of the monastics were there. And she explained the Kriya technique as part of the ceremony. And then she said, now I'm going to demonstrate to you how it is done. So she sat down, closed her eyes, and took a Kriya breath, Kriya current, and we waited, and waited, and nothing happened for quite some time. She was totally interiorized, totally absorbed with it. After a half of a Kriya, I tell you, that was very impressive. And that was the result. People say, well, she's a saint. How do you become a saint? That was the result of years of faithful, regular, correct practice. And so I tell you, keep on, because you will get more and more. You develop the ability to interiorize your consciousness and energy. Another thing that happens that you're not aware of for a long time, as you practice, there is a change in the vibrations of every body cell. And the body has to be prepared, has to change. That is a necessary preparation to prepare for eventual Kundalini awakening. And another thing happens, is a purification, karma goes. And the reason why we cannot have the perception of God is because of the dross of karma which is there. And that has to be eliminated. Now listen to this. It says in the Gita, man devotion filled, who ceaselessly practice my precepts, meaning regular practice, every day practice some. Without fault finding, meaning without grumbling, without complaining, I'm not getting anywhere, you know? They become free from all karma. A master explains it. He says, if you are a student of self-realization, there is full devotion, practice, Kriya Yoga, and that's the other techniques also. And the increased life force coursing toward your brain will cauterize the seeds of all reincarnation-making karma, grooved in a cerebrum, in the brain, and in a subconscious mind. And that is why, I want to say this, because the Gita stresses, it says, you will be concerned with right action and not with the results of your actions. Because he is referring to a divine law. If there is action, right action, the results will automatically come. That's a law. But if a person practices and is not concentrating on the action, right performance of those techniques, concentrating on what do I get, he will not practice correctly. He will strain. He wants to force the results to come. Beware of that. Practice. This is how you become mature as a devotee. You practice correctly, regularly, faithfully. And you cannot help but reaching the goal. Next point. We are talking about here now, I quoted about devotion. Why devotion? Now that's a whole subject in itself. It's a big part in our teaching. And I just want to give you a specific thing, the basic reason why we should practice, develop devotion. I remember in 1950, Master was out in a desert to concentrate on interpretation of the Gita. And I was there for some time, doing work outside, construction work and so on. And Master came out every day. This was the best time in my life. I saw Master every day, 2, 3 times, 4 times sometimes. He came out, talked to me, gave me training. And every once in a while he gave me a gem of wisdom from the Gita that he had been, a Gita passage that he had been working on. One time he came out and he said, always remember, Kriya Yoga plus devotion, it works like mathematics, it cannot fail. I've never forgotten that. Now, why? Devotion. Now we'll come back to the baby. Remember the baby? First experiences, sensory experiences. Feeling is right there, reacts. I like this. I don't like this. Now, if you remember this quotation that I gave in the very beginning, likes and dislikes. And in a later passage in the Gita, Krishna again says, likes and dislikes. Verily, these two are one's enemies. A master explains, and he says, man's egoistic feelings, that is not the pure feeling of love. It's the ordinary feeling, the ego feeling, which reacts to likes and dislikes. Expressing as likes and dislikes are entirely responsible for the bondage of the soul to the body and earthly environment. Now, if you think about it, if you analyze, you find it is exactly so, isn't it? We are living in this world of duality. Every waking moment we are in contact with the senses, we have experience, we meet people, and we are meeting conditions and circumstances in our life. And what happens to our feeling? Out. Out. I like this. I hate this. Isn't it true? That's how we are being thrown into the turmoil, the concrete mix of the world. And where is God? Nowhere. Not to our consciousness. We are involved in the play of the world, turmoil. Oh, sure, God is omnipresent. You are in God's presence right now, all the time. But if our consciousness is thrown out, God is non-existent. And so now doesn't it stand to reason? Instead of dissipating that feeling constantly, transmute it and give it to God. And that way we become receptive to Him. We open ourselves up to His blessings. And why do you think the greatest commandment in the Bible is to love God with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength? That's in one sentence, Raja Yoga, Kriya Yoga. To love God with all your strength is pranayama, energy control. But why love God? To bring us back to Him. And God responds to our love. You know, when I say God is infinite bliss consciousness, that doesn't mean it's an abstract consciousness. There is a human aspect in God that is very sweet, love. And God reacts to our love, just like a human being reacts to our love. And there's another aspect, love, devotion to the Guru. Because the true Guru is nothing but the arm of God coming down to our level, to pick us up, to show us the way, and to help us all along. And I remember one time Master was talking to a group of us, and he said, if you're in tune with me, I can take your karma. And if you're not in tune with me, I cannot take it because you shut me out. And so it is, if you really understand these teachings, it is your karma goes through practice of the techniques and through your devotion, the Guru takes it. And he doesn't need a physical body to do that. I know. Next point. I'm going fast. Are you tired?